I'm always looking for projects with unique utility, unique tokenomics. So when I heard about the Many Worlds token, I definitely had to talk about it with you guys because I think they're doing something really interesting that no other project is doing, and we're going to talk about that today. But before we do that, make sure to do your own research and figure out this project is for you. So there's a lot of great things about this project, but I really want to focus on the token leveling system. So depending on when you get into the project and when you start owning the tokens, you start essentially leveling up. So we're going to go through the different rewards for each level. And I think it's a great concept. I've never seen any other project do that before. So we're going to go through that. We're going to look at the roadmap, the other tokenomics, and just this project as a whole. The team is Docs, which is great. They're proving to you guys that they're in this in the long term. So I just can't wait to talk about this. Let's just jump right into it. Many Worlds token. Here on the website at manyworldstoken.com, journey into the many worlds. So the symbol of this project is many, and we're going to jump in to their white paper to talk about everything about this project, their white paper documentation, and then at the end I'm going to teach you guys how to buy and get into it. It's a very new project, so there's an opportunity to get in at the base level at level 1 if you buy it soon, so that you can be one of the early one of the most early investors in this project, which is really great. They had a great pre-sale, and we'll talk all about that. But essentially, you being in at level 1 like everyone else that bought in earlier, I think is still a great thing and a great opportunity for you guys. I know you guys are always looking for passive income. They have definitely great rewards for you guys in the different tiers, which we'll talk about in a second. I actually appreciate them doing this. They kind of give a perspective depending on who you are. So for investors, a perfect combination of mutable art and utility. Doc CEO, COO, audited by Solidity. Never been done before. Tokenomics. This is the aged system that we're going to talk about today, the token leveling, where depending on when you own a token and how long you hold it, you're going to be really rewarded for being a long-term holder, and depending on the different days, how long days have passed, the types of rewards that you're eligible for, which I think is great. So pretty much means that every token interacts with a smart contract differently, which is really clever on their part. They have some great developers, but we'll talk about that. So they have BSC rewards with marginal tax, a team of engineers for utility, and executives in the entertainment space. So we'll talk about that. Then also for developers, they'll obviously update this section, but we'll be updated with the completion of our SDK for cross-ecosystem blockchain asset injection, which is great. Let's just jump into the white paper documentation right now. So here it is. I think it's really good. I think they did a great job putting this all together, and they talk about just kind of like the background of the Many Worlds token, kind of letting you know about what they plan to do, how they plan to improve things, etc. in the crypto space, really build a project that stands out and really lasts a long time. So they kind of talk all about that. I'm not gonna go through all of this, but you could definitely check it out. I do think one of the main things that they did focus on is the team's commitment to this. And obviously they've shown that from locking the liquidity, not having, they have dev wallets, but having reasonable dev wallets. And I think that's great. All this stuff that we're gonna cover in a bit. But we're here to talk about the tokenomics. So at the base of this, it's the Many token. So it's Many. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. The maximum supply is 5 billion. And they plan to have quarterly burn reserve, founders and team allocation, market allocation, pre-sale, which was done. They had a great pre-sale, initial liquidity, and then they kind of have a vesting schedule, pretty much letting you guys know, kind of like a standard company with stock. So that's kind of how they're framed. They're framing it like a company where, hey, they're vesting over the course of X amount of time. So in this case, for the founders and team, 2 years, and market allocation over 1 year. So I know a lot of projects, they just take the money up front, but they want to really incentivize the founders and team to continue to do this for a long time and prove to you guys that everything that they're talking about on the roadmap, they're going to do it. And they're really committed to this project as a whole. And I think that's really important. So that's 2 years. And then the liquidity pool lock is 5 years, which is crazy. I don't think I've seen a project where it's locked 5 years. Like I said, definitely into it. So if you guys want to check this out, you guys could check out the different wallets, etc., which is great. The different features is what we're going to talk about today. So this is what I said. So Many token level up system. So the idea is that when you buy your tokens, that's literally day one. That's your milestone, day one. That means that you've unlocked a specific feature, and the first feature is the landing lottery, which we'll talk about, which is awesome. But on the 8th day of holding those set of tokens, so let's say, for example, you have 1 million tokens. Wait, you can't have 1 million tokens. I think you can. If you have 1 million tokens, on the 8th day, if you hold those 1 million tokens until the 8th day, you get to level 2, and then you get the feature unlock BSC rewards kit. But then if you hold it for 91 days, then you get the BSC upgrade kit. And I'll talk about which each of those are. And then there's different upgrades, level 4, level 5, which they're going to announce in the future. But the idea is that the longer you hold, they're going to keep track of it. You don't need to do anything. It's all baked into the smart contract. Makes your life so easy that you just, as long as you hold it, you're going to keep getting rewards. Pretty much, like I said, you're getting rewarded for being long-term holders. And this project literally launched like 3 days ago. So that's what I was saying, is where everyone right now is level 1. If they were in the pre-sale, etc., bought on the first day, they're all level 1. So they're all on this. So they will probably, obviously, let's say if you buy it today and they have like a 3-day head start, they'll be 3 days ahead of you on milestone for level 2. But the idea is you're going to be leveling up very close to people that got in super early. Obviously, you guys get very sad when you guys miss pre-sales, etc., or learn about a project late. It's still very early on this project that you could get in at the ground level, literally level 1, and be leveling up at the same time that some of the early investors get. And so you're reaping these rewards like they are. So what are these rewards? So the landing lottery is 1 entry sent to daily lottery for each token that enters a wallet and begins the aging process on the date of purchase. Like we said, see daily lottery board for more information. So they pretty much do every 10 days or every days, 10 lucky winners shared in a daily lottery. Jackpots contributed by taxable transactions that will occur within the preceding 24 hours. So you're entered the daily lottery to win more, which is awesome. And I think that's really cool that you're automatically eligible to win this just by getting to level 1. How do you get to level 2? You just hold those tokens until the 8th day, and the 8th day you get BSC rewards. So once level 2 is unlocked, will allow token holders to receive weekly BSC airdrops. Who doesn't love stablecoin airdrops? And then if you hold it for on the 91st day, then you get an even more BSC airdrops. You'll have the BSC upgrade kit. So if you see how this is working, is where that every single day they're really rewarding their holders. No other project does this. They all kind of treat everyone the same, whether you got in day 1, last day, etc. I think that's kind of unfair. I think having this method is really, giving great rewards to the long-term holders. And like I said, on 180th day, and then whenever they announce this, which will come on the roadmap in the future, I do think these will be really exciting rewards. Of course, they want to make sure that they're rewarding the ones who have been in the project the longest. Like if you've been in a project, I don't even know if you've been in a project for 180th day, but if you are committed to that project, committed to this, they want to reward you for that. And it kind of incentivizes people to hold on as much as possible. You can, so my example is you buy 1 million tokens and you start, that set of tokens is leveling up. If you buy, let's say a month from now, you buy another 1 million set of tokens, million tokens, not $1 million worth of. You can buy $1 million worth of. But the idea is that, do your own research. If you do that levels up, similar to like how stock, or if you get stock from a company, is that has its own like milestone age. Those new 1 million tokens that you did starts on day 1, and then they start growing differently than your initial, what you initially bought. And I think one thing that's really cool about it is when you sell, they always sell, it's baked into the smart contract, your newest tokens, right? So if you're using the same wallet, now you have 2 million tokens and you sell, let's say you want to sell 1 million, they always sell the one that you bought the latest, so that it keeps intact your initial set of tokens that have been there the longest. And I think that's definitely a great thing. So it encourages you. I mean, you can, if you want to, selling if you would like to, right? So they want to be able for you to get in, make profit if you guys want to, without having to give up your great level, your great rewards, which I think is a great thing. So I do think that this is really attractive for all different types of holders, day traders, people that want to just jump in, jump out on the first day, or people that just want to hold long term. So I thought that was really interesting, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. So that was the last in, first out. Investor may very likely hold tokens at varying levels. Older, the higher level tokens will be more valuable to the owner due to the higher rate of BSC rewards. When the owner places a sales transaction, the smart contract will prioritize the tokens with the lowest age to be sold first. So I think that's great. And like it's definitely beneficial for investors. They have quarterly burn, anti-whale system, liquidity pool injections to make sure this is healthy, and they want to also donate. So again, I think this is a great concept. Like I said, I don't know any other project that does this. They will definitely reward you for being long-term holders. And if you guys want to check about the different taxes, you guys can. So the idea is that the buy tax is 3%. And it goes to specific, obviously the different funds, and then level 1 sales tax, level 2 sales tax, and level 3 sales tax as well. Sales tax increase are implemented until tokens reach level 3. Beyond level 3, tokens continue to unlock new features and benefits without associated increase in tax. So definitely something good to keep in mind. Again, the tokenomics system, again, they talk more about this and the concept of it. But like if you sell everything, then you lose your level, right? It's always based off the tokens, and they keep track of that. I know that they plan to have a DApp in the future, so you guys can track the level of your specific tokens. But just so you know, they do that for you, so you don't even have to think about it. So really cool, experienced team, operate under marginal tax, weekly rewards, and then obviously a great roadmap. So a lot of things coming up. Obviously, this literally just launched. Listed on pink sale December 17th. Public pink sale was December 21st, so literally 2 days ago. Listing on CoinMarket, CoinGecko in the near future. DApp beta will launch. They also have this concept of NFT trading post, which is like an NFT marketplace, but more, and we'll talk about that in a second. They have NFTs coming as well, NFT comics, a lot of great things that are coming in the near future. So definitely check this out. A lot of exciting things, NFT comics, NFTs. They plan to do like different customization for your NFTs. So the example is when you get an NFT, which they call their like character that they have in this ecosystem, it's called a BIT, and I'll show you screenshots of what that looks like. You'll get it like default, but the idea is you could customize it even further. And I would assume some of these level unlocks will be NFT focused, which is awesome as well. So definitely have to check that out. I'll show it to you guys. If you guys want to learn more about this, you definitely can, about their vision. This was just the NFT trading post where they wanted to make it more than just an NFT marketplace. They want a place where you could actually like customize your NFT and really do a lot more with it, really bring utility to it, possibly in the future. Use it for other things, whether that be games or the metaverse, etc. I think is cool. So you can learn about stuff that they're working on for entertainment, NFT comics, brand Bible, things like that, and then metaverse, which is definitely interesting. So again, the team, if you want to look at them, docs, you could follow them on their LinkedIns or check them out on their LinkedIns. Team Dev Wallets to check in on that. And like I said, they're really focused on transparency, making sure you know what you're getting into. But cool. They also have a great Medium article, which I thought was really cool. They kind of talk about everything about this project as well. So definitely check that out. Definitely a growing community. They have only 448 members, but it's growing literally every hour. This is their Many Worlds token on Twitter, if you guys want to check this out. They actually listed on CoinGecko literally just an hour ago. So that's great. Someone won, lucky first winner, so they won some BUSD. I'm kind of scrolling to find what the bit they. So yeah, this was the public pre-sale they had 1,260 BNB. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. They had what public? I think that their private pink sale, I think they sold like 420. This is their bits, right? So they're obviously still working on this, but the idea is that you'll get it's kind of cool that they're showing this whole entire process, definitely getting like Disney Pixar vibes. But the idea is that you would get your bit, and then there'd be ways to customize it in the NFT trading post, which I think is, like I said, it's cool and definitely something to think about, especially going into the metaverse with this project. So like I said, really great project. If you guys are interested in it, definitely check it out. They're listed on CoinGecko. They are on the Binance Smart Chain, so that's buying through PancakeSwap. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think about this project. I think it's really exciting. I think that they're doing a lot of unique things, and I do appreciate that they're really thinking about you as an investor, rewarding you as best as possible, and definitely going to keep people engaged and committed to this project in the long term. So that's Many Worlds token. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.